Good. There we go. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I was muted. Hello, everyone. It is me, Dr. Shauna, your $1,000,000 event strategist. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome. Come on in the room. I'm so excited about today. We are talking about sponsorships. I am going to lay out how you can get sponsors for your next event. Welcome to our Tuesday live streams, the Event Success Secrets, getting sponsors for your event. And I'm going to lay out how you can get sponsors for your upcoming events. So excited for you. For those of you who do not know me, I am Dr. Shauna M. Scott of Shauna Scott PR and Events. I am an event strategist. And what is an event strategist, everyone? It is pretty much an event planner on steroids. We, as event strategists, we are what we do is align event plans with money plans to ensure profitable results. I like to call this strategic experiential pipelines because with the experience, we help you massively fill your programs, products, and services. And we focus on conversion rates inside of your rooms, okay, inside of your experiences. And we help you create these amazing experiences, whereas your respective clients will know without a shadow of a doubt that you are the person that they should work with. So, hello, Dr. Preston. Hello. So what I'm going to do right now is start sharing, jumping in. You guys have got to get this information, okay? All right. You've got to get information because everyone wants to know about sponsorships. And I'm going to tell you this evening. This is my gift. Just like I said, my birthday is coming up and in a few weeks, and I'm nearing 50. So I'm in the gift of giving, in the spirit of giving. So to dive right in, what is sponsorship strategy? Okay. Now, sponsorships, whenever you all are working to host your hopefully Q3 and Q4 and Q1 2024 events, you are wanting to get sponsors. In order to do this, I'd like to invite you to sit down right now, grab your pen and paper or your digital notebook and take notes because I will share with you how you could do that. And I want to also share with you that sponsorship is a strategy. You want to have a strategy to acquire sponsorships and partnerships. All right. So, for one, you get to identify who your partnerships are and who you want as your sponsors, and then take them through a process. All right. Because sponsorship is more and more recognized as a go to marketing communication tool and a tool to increase your revenue. I want to let you all know, right, what is the secret of sponsorships, to sponsorships? It is a marketing tool. You get to look at sponsorships as if it were marketing and promotions. And I'm going to share with you why. All right. Now, here are there are 4 types of sponsorships. Okay. All right. So the first type of sponsorship is the sponsorship that we all know. We want people to give us money for our events. Those type of sponsors are financial sponsors, okay? These level of sponsorship, they definitely give you money for your event. All right, in your program. They give you money directly to your organization to fund your events. This is the most common and the most discussed level of of sponsorships, but it is not the only one. And I will share with you a little bit later so you will know which sponsors you want to ask for monetary to write you a check to swipe the card and which sponsors you don't want to ask at this point. All right. So that's the first type of sponsorship is financial sponsors. The next type of sponsorship sometimes that we forget are the media sponsors. All right. They are financial sponsors that secure advertising for an event. Now, even though money is not exchanged sometimes with the media sponsor, it does have a huge value. All right. And so with these type of media sponsors, they get on their respective outlets and they will blast it out for you. And I'm going to share with you a little bit later what the benefit of having this level of sponsorship. Because if you have a media sponsor and the sponsorship is not paid, it's just a shake hand agreement or a written agreement, that can be a huge value to you and your organization. All right. And that's the second one, media. The third type of sponsorship are in-kind sponsors. Do not underestimate the power of in-kind sponsors. Lots of times people are, again, they want the first type, which is the financial sponsor. Sometimes you do have in-kind sponsors. And pretty much with the in-kind sponsor, it is an arrangement where they're providing you a level of goods or services in lieu of direct financial support. All right. I have had my clients have financial sponsors that will give them lots of money. And then I've had some of my clients that basically have in kind sponsors. Like, say, for instance, you're having an event and the caterer decides that they want to donate the food. You want to assess that value because here's the power of in-kind sponsorships. Normally, this level of sponsorship gets your foot in the door to build the relationship. You still want to nurture that relationship because come the next event campaign or the next year, these in-kind sponsors typically turn into financial sponsorships. And that is what we look for, those long-term, elongated business relationships. The fourth type of sponsorship are promotional sponsorships. All right. These type of sponsorships, they're sometimes called joint venture partnerships in the coaching and industry space, and they're very similar to media sponsors. The difference between the promotional partnership or the joint venture partnerships, i.e., sponsors, is that they are individuals or they're smaller organization and they get on the horn. And when I say horn, I just mean blast your information about your event, about your products, about your services to their groups. All right. So sometimes these are paid, or maybe possibly, you say, hey, if I'm, if you promote for me, I give you, a portion of the proceeds. Sometimes we work it that way. Sometimes it doesn't. It really depends on your overall strategy and your overall goal for the sponsorship. Okay. Now, these are 4 different types of sponsorships. Okay. We covered the financial, we covered the media, we covered the in-kind, and we covered the promotional. These are not exclusive. These are not all the types of sponsorships there are in the world. All right. I'm just sharing with you in this live stream some of the different ways just to get your mind going so you can start developing your entire sponsorship strategy. All right. So now you have decided which one or which ones of the types of sponsorships you want to offer to your potential sponsors. Now we get to figure out what are you going to offer inside of those sponsorships? What are you going to offer the sponsors? And here, number 1, here's the type of sponsorship offering. You could offer branding. You can say, hey, we're having this webinar, this masterclass, this in-person event, and you can display your logo or signage on our website or on emails, on videos, on the slides, or in your attendee swag. These are different ways that you can get your sponsors in front of your people. And it's not costing you a lot. Okay. That's one way. Buy the sponsors branding. And you can even sometimes have naming rights. We've all seen maybe some sort of event sponsored by or name a brand presents this. But I do want to say if a respective sponsor has naming rights, that is top tier. All right. But that is also a type of branding. All right. You may see that, like if you're watching the basketball games right now, I want you to just do some post work. Check out the different places that you see branding of their sponsors. They're absolutely everywhere. Here is where I'd like to invite you to get really creative with your sponsors. That's your post work. And I bet you just in one seating, you can find 5 different sponsors, maybe even more, in ways that they are displaying their sponsorships with branding. Just check out one of these basketball games, okay? And let me know. Just write them in the chat, okay, when you find it. I think there's a game going on. I think there's a game going on. I don't know. All right, so that's one way. The second type of sponsorship offering is lead opportunities. All right. With the lead opportunities, you give the sponsors a way to collect leads. Now, I want to back up a little bit and talk just about how you can acquire sponsors. You want to partner up with sponsors, an organization that have like leads or like ideal clients that we talked about, or like avatars or eligible buyers. Your sponsors are going to want to get in front of those people. Okay. So, with that, a very, very hot, HAUTE, all right, very, very hot and very, very attractive way to have a sponsorship offering when you're building out your deck is to offer collecting sales leads. And these are sometimes virtual exhibitor booths, tongue twister, exhibitor booths. There we go. In-person events, appointments, sponsor demos, sign-ups, or sponsor content download anywhere, whereas your sponsor can collect leads. Let me stop right here and put a pin in it. Sponsorship leads, just like naming, is a top tier sponsorship offering. What do I mean when I say top tier sponsorship offering? What I mean is they're not the less expensive. They're more on the higher end. Because now what you're saying with these level of sponsors, you're saying, hey, we're going to actually give you the opportunity to get names of your ideal buyer. This right here, people, is a hot offering. All right. It is hot. Your sponsors are going to be like, what? You're going to get me people that I could potentially buy? Yes, they are when you utilize this. All right. The third way is networking. Whenever you have an opportunity to say, all right, we're going to have a sponsor at your respective, let's say it's an event, a conference, and you say, okay, well, this sponsor can sponsor the breakfast, and they get to network. That's another top tier sponsor offering. They'll be like, okay, you get to experience they'll get to experience their buyers nose to nose, toes to toes, and your sponsor, and those people may get to interact with their product. Anytime that you could put in some sort of sponsor activation or activity, it is going to be a top tier. Your sponsors are going to want to throw money at you. Okay. All right. So now we have branding, You want to offer branding, you want to possibly offer lead collections, and possibly offer networking. Now, please know that certain types of sponsors need certain type of offerings. These three may not work in all instances. You must have the strategy. My recommendation is to work with a strategist in order to align your offerings to make sure that your sponsors are getting the best bang for their buck and you are actually putting in a high value sponsorship, you're selling, and you're getting the money that you deserve, because none of these are lower dollar sponsorships. Let me be clear. Okay. All right. And so lastly, what are the benefits? And for those of you who are out there, I'm very, very proud of you right now for listening to this, because this is going to set you up for success when you are putting together your sponsorship information. It is not exhaustive. Okay. It is not absolutely everything, but it gets you a very, very good start. Your sponsors, here's a secret. Your sponsors are wanting to get in front of your people. When you do that, they will give you money. Hands down. They will partner with you. They will be your in kind. They'll be happy to be a media sponsor. They'll be happy to promote you. That is what sponsors want. Give the sponsors what they want. Your ideal people, their ideal people, and they will be happy to partner with you. And here are the benefits. Increasing brand awareness. This is your benefit. This is your benefit for having a sponsor. All right. Increase brand awareness. All right. The second part, increase reach. When you partner with your respective brand, most of the times, a lot of people or clients that they have get to know who you are. Your territory is expanded. All right. And I'm not going to read this verbatim. For those of you who are participating, just go back and look at this. It will be up. All right. The third part is positive media exposure. When you are partnering and sponsor and you have a brand that already has a level of brand notoriety and you're partnering with them, guess what? Like hangs out with like. That immediately gives you positive exposure. If I'm seated here and I said, you know what, I'm partnering with Visa or Amex, or any of that, that immediately gives you a level of credibility. All right. And it gets you a positive view for your brand, and it builds brand affinity. And the fourth is positive brand attitudes. Now, here's the thing. When you go off and you're asking for sponsorships, your sponsors are going to want to sponsor and work with you and partner with you when you got your stuff together. When you are presented as a credible brand and you have the people that they are serving inside of your funnels or your organization, they will partner with you. So what does that mean? You want to, whenever you go and you're asking sponsors to partner with you, i.e., give you money, i.e., give you free media exposure, i.e., giving you free goods, products, and services, i.e., giving you, getting on the horn for you, you want to make sure that you are bringing it. not bringing with a G, enunciated. You're bringing it. All right. So you want to ensure, hey, Tara. Hey, we got the patio chick here. All right. And we're going to be working to get her some amazing sponsors for her event that's coming up. All right. So with that, you want to make sure that you are bringing it when you are in front of your sponsors. You do not want to go in there with some messed up sponsorship deck or don't know what you're talking about. You've got to have your stuff together. And a lot of times, and one of the reasons why I had one client to say, you know what, Dr. Shauna, you know why I hired you is because you are rigorous. And I said, yes, there is time where I'm going to go and I'm going to dance and have a great time. But now is not the time. We are talking about a lot of money. Your sponsors are potentially going to give you thousands of dollars. You do not want to walk in there with your deck in crayon. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. You want to have your stuff together. And that is what I am going to support you with. Okay. And that is how I support my clients. And when it's time for business, they know Dr. Shauna means business. It's all, are we here? Okay. Because there's like so much money out there for sponsorships. And we want to make sure that you get it. All right. All right. So the next benefit of sponsorship is expansion, territory expansion. When you look at your overall goal for your organization, one of them should be, and if it isn't, go ahead, write it down, reach new audiences. You got the people that are already in your funnel. Okay. Who bought? You got the people who are already in your funnel who ain't bought one thing. And then you need to get new audiences. This level of sponsorship strategy will assist you greatly in expanding your territory and creating new leads. All right. And it's going to make you very much easier standing out, to stand out in the crowds when you're saying, hey, we're sponsored in part by boom, boom, boom. Because with this level of eyes on your business and this level of building brand affinity, it will increase sales when done correctly. And that is why I'm here. All right. And the next slide. Differentiate. Oh, here we go with the tongue twister. Differentiate yourself from your competitors. A lot of us are out here. We got a lot of people who are coaches and consultants. Like the patio chick, she's the only patio chick. All right. You want to make sure that whenever you are working, you are making sure that you are different. You are niche. And this separates the men from the boys, the girls from the women. When you're doing this level of business and you have this level of sponsorship strategy and support in your organization, it sets you apart. This will make you what spiritually we like to say anointed, which is set apart, untouchable, dominating. And that's what I'd like to invite you to do. Dominate. Knock it out the park. Why? Because you're good at it and you can. Your partner, your sponsors and partners will be happy to get on board while you're doing amazing work. All right? So, with that being said, no, I'm not going to say if. For those of you who are putting together your upcoming event and you are looking for sponsors, you're looking for ways, let me be clear, not only to have an amazing experience, convert high, and knock it out of the park, not the park, book a call. talk to me, ask me questions. There's going to be an Event Lab link. Go ahead and book a call. It costs you absolutely nothing to book a call and see if I can support you with ensuring that you get the thousands of dollars that are out here for your brand at any level. You just get to have the strategy to. Now, I do want to back up a little bit. And when I talk about sponsorship, it is a part of event marketing. So that's a strategy, your event marketing within the strategy. And that's why I'm an event strategist. We roadmap your way to millions. And when we roadmap it, it is accelerated and it is precise. As precise could be of how you can get to your overall business goals. And with that being said, I'm going to say, love you guys. Next week, we're going to be talking about designing your event with intent for profits. And I'm excited about that one as well. Book a call with me. Let's chat about your sponsorship. Let's chat about your upcoming event, and we will knock it out the park. Thank you all. Love you guys. Bye-bye.